So I had a patient who lost her entire abdominal wall this season because she went to another country to have discount plastic surgery and got a terrible infection and got flesh-eating disease, and it ate her entire abdominal wall. Sometimes you have to take everything apart and put it back together several times before you can actually fix them completely. And so a few patients on BOTCHED had to have 3 or 4 operations to get them to look normal again. Surprisingly, we have had very few patients who actually didn't have a very, very positive outcome. A couple patients we've done, but not very many, had complications that we had to get through. And then we had to fix our own complications so that we could show a positive outcome. It can be very, very frustrating when you spend many hours doing an operation on a patient who's been destroyed from previous plastic surgery and you only make minimal or not very significant gains. That can be very, very disappointing. I think there are several reasons why you say no. If a patient has unrealistic expectations, you say no. If the risks are too high and the benefit is too low, that's a bad combination. If a patient is not emotionally in a place where we feel they can tolerate the surgery, because it's a very dangerous surgery and the risks are very high and the chances of having a complication is very high. So if emotionally and they're not in a good place or they don't have the kind of support group that they need to get through these complications, we would say no. And then if they want something that's just too extreme, that doesn't make sense and is just all risk and it seems like they're pushing it too far, we say no. A very high percentage of them we lose sleep over. There was a case this season of a woman who has a tumor on her face that was very big from her cheek growing below her chin, and she was taken to the operating room by a team of university plastic surgeons in her country, very good plastic surgeons. They opened her up. It bled so much that they just closed her. And this woman is in her 30s. She has children and she has a store where she sells to the public, and that's how she feeds her family, with this giant tumor on her face. Well, that's the kind of case you take that on where you think about it almost every day for a couple of months before you actually take that case on. In fact, I purposely lose sleep because I want to do the operation in my head over and over and over again before I actually am doing it in real life. I will tell you that I think celebrities, by and large, for the most part, with a few exceptions, have really good plastic surgery now. I mean, a celebrity in the past would sometimes have plastic surgery and it would either change their face so much to make them unrecognizable and actually really hurt their career. There's a few that are still having too extreme, but I think celebrities are the reason plastic surgery has gotten so much better and people are having more realistic expectations. I think celebrities are our friends now, surgery-wise, rather than, our enemies like they used to be. So we took on harder cases. These harder cases have complications, and there's a lot more need for leeches and hyperbaric oxygen and wound care, and we even do surgery to fix our problems this season. So this is a much more dramatic season with a lot of heart and a lot of sort of accidental humor happens. And Paul and I have our relationship that he's a lot sillier this season. With him in the past, he was always very buttoned up and didn't really want to show his regular personality. He wanted to be that doctor guy, whereas I don't care. He's much more Paul this season. He's much looser and sillier, and he makes a lot of fun of me, which is not as enjoyable as me in the past seasons making fun of him.